I'm not gonna say anything in particular. I think it's just time to get on with the puzzles and save Byron. After I do one tiny thing. There we go. So yeah, this is bonus puzzle. We haven't solved all puzzles. We know there's a Sphinx somewhere. Gotta do that. But most of these puzzles I've actually solved. In this section, and this is the first one of this section. So much to do. So much to do, so much to learn, so much to know. Well, a teleporter is going to make things a whole lot easier. Okay, so we need 2 elements up there. This white line means this is probably going to be the final destination of the thingy. The platform, the moving platform. I believe that's it, at least. So let's do that. Let's hook it up. Might as well jump on it for no reason whatsoever. Ooh, it does need a little bit of help. I also would like to be able to get up here with that, which I think may be the next step. But in order to do that, I need to have pressure there. But I think that's fine, I think that's fine. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Teleport myself up there. Oh. Well, this took a lot less effort than I thought it would. Because what I can just do now is jump on here, jump here, put that there, get this, stand there, teleport, and that's it. I thought it would be more steps with the beginning, but I guess this just works. And I know there's a Sphinx puzzle, so I don't need to worry about the signal. Doesn't matter what Athena believes. Honest question, let's say the founder is a myth that was constructed around her. In that scenario, what do we owe Athena at the end of the day? Nothing except what we also owe each other, and we should at least take her ideas seriously. But I do think we do owe her an apology. Why does she have to do robot feet pics? Out of everything she could be doing with her life, that is the one thing she chose to do. Well, nuisance is definitely not a puzzle. The name of a puzzle that I want to hear, because that just means it's going to be a nuisance, unsurprisingly. Right, so that's an inverter, which will get me over there and might be the end of the puzzle. Now the difficult part is going to be that this one was really slow to actually spurt open. Which means what I need is not to put this connector on top of that one, but rather have it be like this and have this disrupted. And I think I can do that by doing that. Might as well power you while I'm at it. That should be it. Should break the beam when it pauses it, which flings me over, and that was indeed the entire puzzle. And that's why it was a nuisance. Because it interrupted everything. Let's go for 7 and...
The founder has a remarkable gift for designing these trials. But then, she did have to overcome Elohim, whose very purpose was to design trials.
Yes, yeah, so what are you trying to say? Right. Good, now I know which ones I need to push down. As soon as I remember where I found these. I know I found them on the outskirts, like... it's beyond this one that I found them. But that also means I'm probably looking for pillars like these in the south of 1, I believe it was. So first, let's see, what orientation do I need? I need shroomp, shroomp, boom. That's what I need. Shroomp, shroomp, boom. Fantastic. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. No, not you. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Did I do it incorrectly? Probably. No, these look correct. But maybe it's inverted. No, it's not inverted. Oh no, I actually just did it wrong. Yeah, there's not a gap between those two, that's what I did wrong. So that's the Sphinx.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
I mean, is that true though? Surely you should... Oh, that's interesting. But surely you should be able to say that... Yeah, that wasn't philosophers very big in ancient Greece? Like giving us democracy and everything. Or they didn't give us democracy, but at least they pondered about the purpose of the people. Both the individual and the collective. What do you even do? Fantastic. So, all I need is to beam the red, and I need to beam the blue. Let's take the blue. Because I can blue. Like that. And now I just need the red. I'm going to presume I need you for that one. Oh, but this poses a bit of an interesting puzzle. Okay. I do not need to move that immediately. So is there something... No. There has to be a weight there. And if I put a weight there, what I can do... Let's say I have the accumulator there. It's not going to do anything. The question is, do I need the accumulator there? Because I can use the accumulator to get the red, which will boost those, but I can't boost or I can't... Yeah, because I need the blue to be powering that, I can't make that one power that one as well. So my problem right now is I need some form of way to power this at the same time as that one is being powered. Actually, I think I just figured it out. I made the incorrect assumption that... yeah, that I need to be in here while the object is moving, which is 100% not the case. I can let the platform move, get into position, and then I don't need to worry about all of these issues I'm having. I can just cut my darling, take the connector, put it on the pressure plate, and the gate is open, and I can use the pad to get onto the exit.
I can't even get my brain to think like that.
Well, thank you, Yakut. That's something worth visiting.
The reason I have always admired Alexandra Drennan is that even in death, she fought to see the world as it is, not as she wanted to see it. I say fought because I believe this is not an easy matter. It is a mental and spiritual struggle that we must undertake with great seriousness, even when we are choking. The ancients believed that for most of us, the world is a shadow cast by a flame, dimly seen on the wall of a cave. Our task is not to interpret these shapes, but to free ourselves from the cave itself.
The world we see around us may not always be as it appears. Some philosophers have said that we are surrounded by nothingness, merely because air is not visible to the eye. And yet one needs only to observe the wind in the trees, or to plunge one's hand into the clear waters of the Aegean, to see that air has material substance. The same applies to many other forces that shape our lives. That they seem invisible does not mean that they are absent. It only means we have not yet learned how to observe them. And yet, lately I have struggled to understand what I am seeing. This strange, insubstantial island. These machine men. This woman with a fierce voice like an Amazon. Who are they? How did I get here?
Huh? Is Stratton also like an entity alongside everything else? Nice. Because I'm going to presume he means us with the machine men. And the voice I'm going to presume maybe Pandora or the Sphinx. But that's curious. Anyhow, I can get out to the other side, but I think what I want to do is do that. So when I get to the other side, I should be able to teleport through it if I remember correctly. Yeah, I can. So I can save that. I'm going to need it for later, but not for now. Now I'm going to need that. Actually, no, wait. Wait. I need that, and I need... yeah. So this is the one I'm gonna change back. All of that. Like so. And then, as soon as it gets onto the pressure plate, I can just change it back for the teleporter. But is that it? That feels a bit too easy. Yeah, exactly, that was too easy. That's... now we're talking. So I gotta punch this wall, which means I need... Actually, no, that wasn't the entire puzzle. Because now I just do this, teleport over, get up here, do that, get the teleporter and put the teleporter through the portal. That's all of the puzzle in this world. And it appears all the question marks as well. I've done both of the statues, so I think I'm pretty good to go. I even found the human relic, yeah, that's right. So, getting so close to being able to do these golden tunnels. Or not golden tunnels, golden doors, golden ports, whatever. I did... Yeah, in the previous episode I found a lot of the shadows. I think I've found almost... I haven't found the Prometheus flame, but that's... Don't even know if it does anything to really get that one. With this music, this feels like we're going into an Elden Ring boss. And then it just died out.
This is the last time we will speak, creature of clay. Together, we have told the stories of ancient gods and heroes. But the golden ages of the past are distant. The gods have retreated to their high places, and there are no heroes amongst men. In days gone by, I was renowned for my riddles. But you, creature of clay, are a riddle without an answer. Let us hope that you will. Farewell, creature of clay. Remember my stories, and do not let the flame burn you.
The Sphinx is probably the best out of the three entities because it's a neutral party.
That is an unsettling amount of energy. I would hate to see what would happen if one of those beams was aimed at something else.
Let's hope the Mayor isn't gonna play a big part of the final of the two worlds. It's a curious island. Might be a place for the Prometheus flame, but I can't really be bothered to actually search for it. This is Yakut, right? Yeah, I've already talked to you. I just need to get to the next place. I love the bird chirps though. It reminds me of home.
The next area you're going to is... Honestly, it's better if you see for yourself.
seems a bit hazy, or it was hazy. Oh. Oh. This is a very interesting place. Oh, but I love the scale of it. With the lack of parallax movement back there, you can really garner how huge those statues are. I just hope that's not one of the puzzles, because that is going to take such a long time to actually trek all the way there.
Hello there, Byron. What can I do for you?
I don't know if I got through to Athena. Things are going very wrong in this city, and she has to do something about it.
Does she?
Who else are they going to listen to?
Well, I don't know. How about you?
I'm an explorer, Cornelius, not a leader. I don't know how to convince anyone.
So? Do you think Athena and I are somehow different? We're just people, Byron. We're no wiser than you are, just a little older.
I miss Byron. He's been gone for too long. Let's do this in sequential order, unless I get sidetracked. Let's start off with here, part of a satellite dish. I did do the lab for this one, right? Yeah, I did do the last lab. Puzzle 1. Nooks and crannies everywhere, which does really make me worried that there will be a Sphinx puzzle, which is like, oh, go and find this one specific nook somewhere. No clue what this is. Okay, so it registers that. Can I... Okay, I can connect. Let's play with it. Okay, so given a light beam, it creates a grid it completely dismantles. Is that what I'm supposed to get out of it, pretty much? Yeah, I can't even... can do this, but surely this... Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Okay. Really cool mechanic. Did I miss something in there? How do I even align these two? Because this didn't work. Because of the... obviously. That is interesting. The first puzzle, I know what the mechanic is, but something is not clicking with me correctly. I'm missing something. This is a fair puzzle as well. I can see the goal, I see the next step, but I gotta figure out why. That's just creepy. But Can I boost the range? Like, that's what I want to do. For me to be so close. Not seeing any other element for me to play with. It's called an activator. And I have that. So is the thing that I can just... So that's... Okay, so that's how I can do it. Now I can steal that. Okay. So that wasn't the mechanic I was missing.
I just wanted to say that I appreciate the work all of you have been doing. I know I'm not a natural leader like Byron, but it means a lot to me that you've stuck with me.
You're welcome, Al. I can see why Al and Byron were friends. Even if I don't agree with everything Al says, he's a good person. And it's important to differentiate that. He and Byron are not enemies, they're friends. They have different opinions. But that should not really be a reason to not be somebody's friend. Unless, of course, the friend has some opinions that are not really okay, but... I mean, there's always caveats. It's the exception that proves the rule. Chain reaction, okay, I think I know exactly what that means. Essentially just gonna do this to chain react. Using another one, but first I gotta get to it. What is this even supposed to do? Oh. Boom. Boom. Oh, that's so close. Okay, it's not that tight, actually. That makes it good. And I believe the way to do this is going to be pretty much what we saw at the beginning. Oh, I forgot that part. I need to reposition this one. Now it works. Now that is definitely cutting edge. This is probably cooler than a teleporter, somehow. And I gotta explore the nooks, because somewhere in one of these there's going to be something crucial.
What's up, 1K? Both? What do you think?
Both, to be fair.
You get me, 1K. In the ancient year 1969, a band called Mellow Macaron wrote a psychedelic rock song about the Talos principle. It's called Cretan Bronze Man's Flying Mystery Adventure. I don't know if it's nice, but it's definitely the most understandable song on the album. There's another one which is called The Fish People Will Teach You How to Sing, Mr. Allen, which is 20 minutes long and was recorded underwater. I think you need psychedelics to enjoy it, really. Maybe if you stick your head inside a really large magnet.
Yeah, that's definitely seems like an autistic band who's trying to be all, wow, look at me, I'm so creative. Puzzle 3, here we come. Permeability. Now, what can I disable using this? Oh. I see. I think what I need to do is I need to start off like this. Get it nice and close. Going over to the other side. Use this one. Boom. Now I can do something like this. And because it's outside, I can take this. And I can do this so efficiently, and I can get this thing out. And with this thing out, should be able to now do that. How is going to be the difficult question, though. Because these are really far away from each other. But I think that's how I do it. I put it on the inside. Put it as close there as possible. I hope that it's lenient enough for that. And then I should be able to take the activator and, yeah, that's how I do that. Sometimes a straight line is just the simplest way.
I must admit, these truly are astonishing sights. But what on earth is any of it good for? Why not just let mountains be mountains?
Well, looks like we have a Pandora puzzle. But because I haven't found the Pandora statue, I don't really know. We haven't seen any connectors yet in any of the puzzles. Well, I found Pandora statue. So what color am I looking for now? Because it's not even hooked up to that one. Huh? Is it on top? Oh, there's probably a puzzle up there or somewhere high up. And I hook that up to the top of the box. The problem is I don't know what color it is. Also, this is a weird one because that one goes so far away. Is that because the beam is going to come from all the way over there, but be used by that? It doesn't look like there's anything up there. It goes here. So the question is it to that one or this one that I need to hook up? So far, down there has not been a connector, right? There's activators, activator, activator. Yeah, so far the 3 puzzles I've solved have not had a connector. So the connector down there is probably how I do things. Love jammers, such as simple, but it's a jam. Well, there we have the connector. Probably through one of these holes I will be able to hook it up to that. And since there's only blue... Oh, there's red as well. Oh no. That makes it difficult. This one's moved by red. No, that's a future me problem. That is 100% a future me problem. So... have a connector. And... can I do that? Yes, I can. That's how I do that. Gorgeous. And that should also... yeah, it's self-sufficient. Which lets me get the connector. Now I have a jammer connector and that. But... that's a sharp angle. I can need to use the connector on the other side in order to get that thing down. I can get to the other side thanks to this. Let's do that. Technically it's called an activator, so I think it will act... yeah, so it does just activate, it doesn't disable. So this is off. I don't know why that is considered off, but it is considered off. No! Fine. I'm just gonna wait for it to turn around. I can't be bothered to actually make it go in the different direction. But for a brief moment, that thing was down. It's too short? I guess I need to pause it then, at the perfect moment, but how do I do that? Oh, I know. I think I know. What I actually need to do is but I need it. How do I stop this? Because I would love to do this. But this is a problem now. Because the second I put it down like this is not gonna have a signal, if that's how you want to refer to it as. So maybe... and I definitely do need that. Can I... I can, so I'm gonna put you there, so it... How do I get that little machine to stop? Does that stop it? No, it does not stop it. Ah, so close. I gotta figure out what am I missing? What am I missing? I needed to stop. I needed a platform to stop, but I don't want this to stop. It doesn't seem like I can just jump over it. This one's crucial. I know, wait, I think I know. Good. It's gonna have to do one more bounce, but this is what I jammed. That's what I want. What I was missing.
Neatly done, 1K.
Thank you, sir. I think what I do is probably use this. There we go. This is interesting. How do I line this up? Further back it doesn't really seem to help. I need to be kinda far back for that one, but I need... It doesn't really appear to be a good angle. Because I need to get higher, which makes me think I need to use the platform, but the platform is never... is too high up for it. Yeah, it seems like it's always too high up for it. But this has to be the way to do it, surely. So what position is it that I seek? This would be nice. But it doesn't... There's a wall in the way. And I'm never seeing the connector light up. Like, this is probably the closest that I can get. Which is really, really close. So frustrating that this one is too high. But I guess that's that is what makes it a good puzzle. Let me check the outside, because there is stuff here. Okay, no, there's... Yeah, there is stuff here. There's a tunneler there. Okay, okay, I see. We're cooking, we're cooking. The meta puzzles are finally actually getting a bit meta. Now the question is just, how do I get it? How do I activate it? How do I disable it? So is there a way for me to break out of this puzzle? That would help a lot. Because I do have the jammer. Or I don't need the jammer, I just need the activator. So if I put the activator in the corner... Yeah, that is big enough for the grid on the other side. At least according to the indication. Yeah, that's plenty big. Nice. So what am I supposed to do with this? I have a new item, but I don't know where I can possibly even... It would make sense if I could use that item on one of these walls. But I don't see any of the... But I don't see how that is what I do. I could also, if one of these walls would have been drillable, I could have used that in order to escort out the connector, but that's not... None of these walls are. So this is for something else. I don't know where or what. Probably a Sphinx puzzle. So I'm just gonna keep it with me. And see what happens. It could be that the light... that the beam, connector beam I actually need is behind a wall I can drill. And that's why that thing never lined up. Anyhow, let's continue with our trusty tunneler. Or the drill. And this is off the beaten path, but this is usually where you find interesting stuff, like the extra puzzles. I wonder if any of these extra puzzles are cheesable with this one, though. It doesn't look that way. 2 to 3, that sounds like some voting shenanigans. That would make it self-sufficient, but that doesn't help. So that would be lovely if I could make it self-sufficient. And this is self-sufficient, according... Yep, nice. Now I can use this to get the beam out. But the question is now, how do I use the beam? Because as soon as I take this away, this is going to close. I can reopen this. I can reopen this. But I need to get this on the other side. Which means I need another way to disable this wall. And what would that be? Or I don't. Because what I can do is like that. All three are disabled. 2 to 3. Nice. So, last... Yeah. This should be good. Hook those 3 up. Because it becomes self-sufficient as soon as I do that. Nice. Good puzzle. I'm gonna bring you with me.
Can I touch the bridge device?
You can, but shush you.
Okay.
That looks like the lab, so let's head into the lab. While I continue to way too fast for the bitrate, look around in order to find wherever I'm supposed to use this drill. Put you there by the entrance so I don't forget you. This is the same blueprint as before, I think, but it's not the same locations marked. Maybe it is. There's so much. This is a big lab. Let's start down and work our way upwards. Well, that's that level done. Let's see what we can find in here. Just server rooms that are way too quiet to be a real server room, because real server rooms are really, really, really loud and obnoxious. So I'm going to guess this has something about it working. Longest time I want to... Oh. The Somnodrome technology provides an excellent basis for a better way of directly interfacing with the Noima project. So the Nima or Noima project, Nima project, is something in the subconsciousness. Or it is maybe a way to boost our power, brain power? I guess I'll find more rather... find out more rather this. Is this a hint that some of the rocks may actually just be holograms? If that is it, that's really cruel. Well, I think that's it for the lab. And there's my trusty little driller. Wait. Can't drop here. That's interesting. I've never seen that text before. Wait, wasn't there a puzzle that I just yeah, I just went past the puzzle because I saw the lab. It doesn't look very drillable. Balance. There is an activator, there is a fan. I need to activate the fan, and I think I can activate the fan doing that. Activate the fan. Oh, two fans even. But I need something else. Right? No, I can take it. Nice, that means I have this, and I have the boxes now. So... yeah, that's it. Actually, what I need... Let's do this. Which lets me jump to there. Now, though, I would like to get it connected to the other side. So I think what I need to do is to find if there is a potential angle. Not potential angle. Is there a way for me to be on top of it with me? Because I need to get that one up. It is fine for me to hold it. That is something. So what if I do this? Yeah. That's a problem. Oh, that's just a sphere around the activator. I need to get onto it. Now I need it to activate. How do I get it to activate with a delayed reaction? Is it just me, or did it darken? Not sure if this is the intended method, because I only used one of the boxes. Yeah, not sure if this is intended. Yeah, I did something unintentional because I didn't use one of the boxes. And so far, it's never been the case that you can solve a puzzle without... Or that you can beat a puzzle without cheesing it, without using all of the things.
Amazing. They just misunderstood what it was. They thought their great invention was the megastructure. But in fact, it was Miranda. And because they couldn't see that, they lost her.
True. But Miranda is definitely their better achievement. But that doesn't mean the megastructure wasn't a huge achievement. What do we have here? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I would like to get the box out of here. If I get the box out of there, I think I know the next step of the puzzle if I figure out how to get the box out of there. But I do think I can also do this. I can take this, put it in the corner, so I can do a chain reaction with the red one. Fantastic. And now with this... Oh yeah, that's not... Because now what I can do with this is... Yeah, I can do that, keep connections. And it's on the other side. Hallelujah. And it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. And that, together with the box, might be the entire puzzle. Oh no, it's a way for me to do this without... Can do that. Get you out of there. Get you there. Get you. And get you. Oh, but I need the box. Okay, I'll do this. And keep connections, put it on there. Boom. 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 Once again, I need a delayed reaction here. Can I make a delayed reaction by switching place on these two? Does that let me create a delayed reaction? I don't see how... Don't see how though. Ideally... I want to move this. That's the problem. And that works. Good. Yeah. And that powers all of them, but that's not what I want. I don't want it to power the fan. I just wanted to do that. So I can do this. Still barely seen any
What would you say is your impression of the expedition so far?
I think Alcatraz has done a heck of a job under these very trying circumstances.
What about the decision to free Prometheus?
Freeing the Prometheus entity was a calculated risk. But if it leads us to Byron, it was certainly worth it. It is saving one of our citizens that must be our first priority. Not this alleged theory of everything.
All right, she's booting up. Almost there.
Hello. I was in a dream, and a voice spoke to me from the sky. He said you were old friends of his. Who are you?
My name is Athena. I am your mother.
And I'm Cornelius, your father.
Thank you for creating me. I've not existed for very long, but so far it seems wonderful. I hope it's not a strange question. But, who am I?
You can be whoever you want to be. And no matter what you choose, you will be loved and cherished and supported.
We will always be there for you. And I promise, we will show you a world full of miracles. Would you like to pick a name?
I think I would like to be called Miranda.
And that's nice. Also, I found the drill place. Now I just gotta figure out what to do with them, and since I can't carry both at the same time, I'm just gonna let them be over there. So I know where to go once I need them. Keep connections. There. Boom. We have that. Actually, let's do that. So I can take you out. Can take that. Actually, no, that should be decent. I can do that. Do that. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll take that. Now I can do that. And that is the puzzle, right? Yep. Just your typical
Wow,
AB,
that
AB.
one was a mind bender.
Nah. That one was just your typical AB, AB thing. You have 2 items and you keep using them to free the other from its chains. And this is worrying, the fact that I can go down there and there is a path. But it does look like that's where I'm gonna go soon, so it should be fine. But the further I'm going, the further it's also going to be painful to just get the 2 items back. Don't think I walked there. This world is a lot bigger than the other worlds. So we can see it's roughly in that direction, which probably means it's on top. Because of course it is. The only way to make Prometheus' thing hard is to make you have to work for it. Was it a visual glitch? I swear it blinked blue. Ooh. I'm getting really high up now. But it makes sense that there's a bonus puzzle up here. Slide? That's fun. Right, so boom, 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 boom. And I can't climb over and make that one more accessible, so there has to be something else I should do. That's good to know. Let's get over there. And see what my options are. So I can make the fan accessible. Let's start getting the cube. That feels better. Now, with the fan accessible, or I think I want to escort the cube out. So that deals with a fan, but the problem is then going to be this. But it's only a problem because I think what I'm might... That explains the extra steps like that, because of that. But otherwise, I should be able to do this. Wonderful. So this one does allow me to hook things up. I'm going to do this, like that. Break everything, but hope this works. Great, keep connections. Good. Because that means I can do that. Which gets me a cube. Not sure how that's going to help me currently, but it is helping me a little bit. Now, what I probably need to do is I need to find a way to power the activator while it's on this cube. But there's no obvious way to do that. That is the only high ground I have. So the question is, do I even need that? Does increased elevation help? No, increased elevation does... So the increased elevation hasn't really done anything for this. I can detach the fan. It's a detachable fan. Surely that means something. Why is the fan detachable? That one's not. Maybe this is actually kind of what I needed. Not sure I'm gonna put it... No, that's still not high enough. Alright. Backwards we go. So what am I supposed to do with the cube? That's my main question right now. I could use the cube like that, so I can line it better like that. So now if I go over, good. I keep getting stuck on things. I think this is just what I need to do. Because now, even if I remove you... Now I just need a box. But that one is so much freer now. I'm gonna do this, put you on the box, climb over, and then I can stand and everything should just flow out. Yep. Once again, if you get stuck, just drop your assumptions. Because your assumptions are obviously wrong. No matter how crazy it seems. I don't think I've done number 8. So the NEMA system, but what's this? What is this? I don't recognize the picture. I don't recognize what this is. With the concentric circles. Oh gosh, so much reading. I'm not even gonna read all of this, but it seems like there's a discussion about class society. Yeah, I think it's more of being on the side of Benaroya. Because Ovis, sure, some like to lead, some like to follow. That's natural. But that is not the same thing as a class society. Class society is... kind of means that somebody has to be above somebody else. Which is not the case with leader and being led. A leader isn't inherently better than those who are led, because a leader is useless without them. Just like the led people are useless without a leader. I do think... yeah, I'm gonna disagree with the historical analysis, but agree with the sentiment. Right, yeah, so it is just the 8 I am missing, and then of course the meta puzzle, which is... the Pandora puzzle is turning out to be quite interesting. How the heck? Oh, I'm supposed to do a YOLO jump. I'm really climbing. Founding, not the most interesting, the new theology. Let's listen to Trevor.
Actually, let me issue a correction, okay? I said Alexandra doesn't see the bad stuff about humanity. But she does. She sees it, and somehow she sees past it. She doesn't ignore it. She can just see one step farther. Like, there's this mountain of garbage ahead of us, right? And that's all most of us will ever see. And she somehow sees beyond to, I don't know, the promised land? I don't do metaphors, or similes, or whatever this is. I mean, you don't care. I'm dead, and you're a robot. But her ability to look reality in the eye, to see all the bad stuff out there and still have hope. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I think that's why yeah, you know what? Let's not go there. There's still so much work, and Chernyshevsky doesn't have much time left. Well, I mean, who does these days?
Given how the textures look, I am definitely hardcore parkouring way too hard. And it looks like that's... don't know how to get there, but that was probably the intended method of getting up here for the Prometheus flame. Still gotta appreciate that there's not more... just... did I just... no, I'm at the right... where am I? There was a statue. Where did it go? There it is. But this doesn't feel like the appropriate way to get it. Huh? How are you supposed to get up there? With your limited range of mobility abilities. Calling them abilities is dumb, but I guess jumping is an ability. So many questions. This world is so much more complex than the others have been. Or it could just feel that way because I'm... oh, this wasn't even number 8. Where's number 8? Oh, number 8's down there somewhere. Which means I don't want to go there right now. I need to figure out how to how to do what I gotta do. For the Pandora. I gotta figure out how to power it, and I have an activator, but I'm not sure what to do with the activator. This is probably the first difficult Pandora, because it's not... That's just a bad reflection? But yeah, this is probably the first difficult Pandora, because it's not just... so creepy that you suddenly have a really well-made flashlight out of nowhere. So yeah, where we're this is first the difficult Pandora probably, because it's not as simple as just shoot a laser at it. So the question for me then becomes with the Pandora, ultimately to get it, am I going to use the activator to activate the box, or am I going to use a connector? It almost feels like maybe the activator is the way to do it. I activate the box, but I don't know where to position it for that to work. Yeah, I have a lot of mysteries to figure out. That's probably it. That gets me a box that I can put the activator on. Which will provide it with the additional height needed for it to connect and be self-sufficient. Good, now it's self-sufficient. Now, I gotta be very, very, very careful with how I do things. The activator can't activate both at the same time, and it is the only way to activate these. So I need to find out a foolproof way to move it. And I think it just did. I'm gonna connect you to the activator, because you don't need the box anymore, so you can do that. Which does that. So I have the Prometheus left, I have Pandora left. This is... Oh, it's not... Oh wait, not Prometheus, it's... No, isn't it Prometheus? Yeah, it's Prometheus. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a wild one. Question is, how much hardcore parkour will I have to do? Let's... I need to investigate. Or should I do the Pandora or should I do Prometheus first? Which one should I do first? Or try to do first? Because I can't do both at the same time. Let's start with Pandora, because that's the one I feel like I have the most puzzle pieces for. With both the driller and the activator, so I also gotta be on the lookout for anything that can be drilled. If I remember correctly, Pandora is over here. Not sure which nook she's behind, but she's behind a nook. It looks like I found Prometheus, so I guess that's the one we're doing first. There's also that shining light there that I really want to get to. It's shining way too bright for it to just be something to ignore. I never even noticed this. Let's take it. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you, devs, for adding that. If you wouldn't have added that, this would have been just not even fun. It would just have been annoying. Sorry, Yakut. You... What just... I mean, I guess that's nice. So confused. Loads of purple, but usually in the past these haven't actually led to anything. Wait, what? This is like a physical manifestation, and there's beautiful butterflies. I hope I don't have to do anything with it, because that would be weird.
To create, to understand, and to transform, these are the greatest acts of humankind.
Can I afford a shortcut? This looks too dangerous. So I'm going to assume that I don't need the drill anymore and that I just need the activator. And I'm going to head backwards because Pandora is back towards the beginning. That's the lab, which means this should be puzzle 5. Yeah, puzzle 5. Don't want to go there. Remember, I checked this pretty thoroughly, and now we're back here, so we're getting a lot closer now. This is a blue activator beam, I think this is the final component, probably, that I need. So I want to get up there. And how do I do that in the least annoying way? Don't see any direct pathways, but this is not too steep, but it is slippery. Or maybe the reason I don't see anything on the box is because I don't really need it. I just need... Yeah, okay. That's it. For that part. So now all I gotta do is power up the other one on the blue. Okay, this is close, this is close, this is close. But I'm back at the problem I had before. When I tried to do puzzle 4, if I remember correctly it is. Doesn't really matter what the number is, but... How do I get it? Okay, so that is good height. But I would ideally like another one. Because now I have vision of it, but I don't have vision of that anymore. So I see two possibilities. One, there is a way for me to, or there is another place I can drill, which will give me a connector or anything really to help. Or there really is a way to use these holes in ways that are currently beyond me. Because this is such a problem. But let me do this. Can I steal the signal? I cannot steal the signal. Otherwise, that would have been a nice solution. Can I get up through here? I mean, this looks fairly climbable. It's fairly unsteep, but it is slippery. Did I? Okay, that was almost a soft lock. Let's learn from my own mistakes. Is there anything? No, that just looks like flowers and mushroom on the ground. Let's learn my own mistakes. There's no puzzle though that has a good view of it. And this one is so close to having a good view of it. So the question is then, can I smuggle it? I keep just going through the same. I gotta figure out something different. I haven't seen an obvious second place to drill. I mean, they are pretty distinct in what they look like. But then again, there's a ton of paths in the middle I never traversed. Just because there are so many paths. So it's very possible that there is like one more element I need for the puzzle, and I haven't found that element yet. Because it's somewhere where I have not been. But it's never been out of the way, so it should be along a path. So I'm going to go and head towards, oh, there's even a question mark that I haven't done. So I'm going to go to the question mark. The blue force field was not visible through the wall. I mean, I saw it kind of without needing to go through the wall, so that wasn't a problem for me. The problem is just, I don't know if I'm missing a piece or if I'm just not thinking hard enough outside of the box. Is there... Okay, so there is a natural way for me to get up here. Gotta scan my environment, in case there is a drillable wall somewhere, randomly.
Sometimes new citizens come to me and they want to learn from me. My work appears to have created a legend of sorts. In these moments, I understand your situation. I want to teach them, but what they must learn the most is independence of thought. How does one resolve this contradiction? They wish to come along on my journeys, but I do not need a group of fawning acolytes following my every step. A journey truly worth undertaking is rarely easy. And so, I have begun to think of a much greater challenge. A journey that is almost impossible, to the far ends of the world without any mechanized means of transportation. This will be a true act of faith, and they will learn a great deal from it, if we survive.
It is easy to speak of one's principles when the world is at peace, and there is no price to pay for thoughts that stray from what is permitted. But when times grow hard, and even ordinary men are filled with mindless anger, when the face of the enemy is suddenly known to every virtuous citizen, and to question the virtuous is to be likened to Ephialtes, when every hoary old superstition suddenly...
Well, I did not intend to do that. I don't think it's worth, though, I mean, I guess I could replay it from the tab.
It is easy to speak of one's principles when the world is at peace.
Why is this one suddenly radio voice?
That stray from what is permitted. But when times grow hard, and even ordinary men are filled with mindless anger, when the face of the enemy is suddenly known to every virtuous citizen, and to question the virtuous is to be likened to Ephialtes, when every hoary old superstition suddenly springs back to life as if it had never been defeated, and all the work of the philosophers seems to have been for naught, then one may discover what one truly believes.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the Pandora on ice for now. I feel like I've wasted way too much time on it already. So much to explore. There's a pathway here. That always means something. And it splits. Okay, this one just goes here. This world is too big for its own good. Weird that I didn't get flashlight for that, but I got the flashlight for the way brighter areas I've been in. I can go down there. Right? Doesn't look like out of bounds, but it doesn't look like it's going to be fruitful either, so I'm just going to not do it. Yeah, like, that's usually where you find secrets and Easter eggs, but there's not really been an Easter... Or I haven't come across an Easter egg so far. I know the first game had a lot of Easter eggs. But either I'm just blind, or they are way more well hidden, or they don't exist.
A long time ago, the Sphinx asked you about my story. You said that Zeus did not intend for humankind to have hope. But you were wrong. Zeus knew that we cannot live without hope, and hope still exists in this world. But it is not in the flame or in these towers. It lives in the hills and the forests, in the rivers and the seas. You were given a world full of hope, creature of clay. It is yours to protect. People will fail you, creature of clay. When the time comes, they will abandon you. Heed my words.
I know, but it's because they can do that that I need to have hope. Hope is useless if I don't. Like, if hope is there to be a countermeasure for despair.
What do you make of these beams? Do they seem safe to you? Nothing is really safe. You could kill yourself with a fork, and I'm sure someone has. But anything can be used safely if you choose to.
I see.
So, Spire, before I head off, I don't want to really spoil myself, but were I missing a piece to solve Pandora? Okay, so I were able to get out the drill from puzzle, or on the other side of puzzle 4. I've used the drill around, you know, the area around puzzle 5 to get the activator. I hooked up the activator to the statue and the connector, but I was not able to power the other, to find a way to power the other side of the world connector beam. I think you should do it from puzzle 4, but I never found an appropriate angle. Okay, so I'm not missing any elements. That's good to know. That gives me hope for the future. But also, it means I'm gonna have a difficult time when I get back.
I think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
That's interesting. So what? I'm not missing any elements. That means the angles felt so purposefully impossible in number 4. So that means probably I'm not gonna go to puzzle 4. to beam it up, but that's almost the only place with a connector beam. So this is the... Okay, so this is the place I saw back here. But this post I saw way before. Like, this one came right after like, halfway through the, Quest 2. But this looks futuristic, and I guess this is the... I mean, according to the post, it is the Nima project.
Another remarkable structure. But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the Files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
Wow. Imagine if it worked. Imagine if we could go up there. I mean, the stars, not the top of the tower. Although, that would be cool too.
Right. I wonder what the gimmick is gonna be for this one. Or maybe the best way to be the final section is to be gimmickless. That would be kind of poetic. Yeah, it's double tall just so I can't disable that. So I need to use the jammer to enable, which is a bit odd. How do I use the jammer to enable anything? Actually, I can just take it out. I don't know why I was so caught up on it being in there. Doesn't really explain how I'm going to use... Oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. Still feel like an idiot, but hey. This is good, because this is indeed not going to work. So I need... Can't jam that, that can't be jammed, that can't be jammed. So I need to enable all of this while I'm in there, which means I need to either jam or unjam. So let's say it's like that right now, it's in there. I think this is just it. Alright, me once again overcomplicating things.
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
This one's quite out there. Number 2. Is each puzzle going to be in a circle like this? Because that's gonna take a huge area. Just want to fly around and see what I can do. So it looks like I need... I can't disable this. Do I have anything that can disable? It doesn't look like I have anything that can disable. It's called Chicken Fight, which makes me think that it's going to be a duel between beams. The problem is the beams can't really just work like that. These circles? I don't really view them as receivers, but I guess that's one way to view it. Or if you're meaning these ground circles, I think of them more as Greek theaters. Yeah, I mean to me they resemble more Greek theaters, although they're 360 instead of being like 100 degrees. It's downward, like a bit lower down. It has like an audience, a multi-step audience. But yeah, it's cool. The architecture has been really good. From south onwards, it's always been a really cool architecture. Oh, ooh. Maybe I will be able to see that from the top. Yeah, I guess that's actually one way to look at them. Maybe that is intentional. I mean, it probably is intentional. It sounds... Yeah, it sounds intentional, so... Yeah, that's probably it. Let me do that. I need... I'm not sure what these are supposed to be for. No, I mean... Don't be like that. I think that's a 100%... Like, your explanation feels very... If I were a level designer, I feel like that would be a pretty metaphorical way to wrap everything up. There's laser receivers everywhere. So to make all the last puzzles being laser receivers, being metaphorical to just how us being a beam of light, of change, finally lighting up all of these receivers to unlock the final mechanism that is hooked up to it. It's very philosophical, so yeah. Very astute observation. Would not have realized that if you didn't say it. It's time to figure out what on earth I do with the chicken fight. Why can I see through here? Why can I do anything? What is the purpose of these fans when there is no box? This is also a good final world. Taking simple mechanics but making things difficult. So the only way I could see this being kind of like a chicken fight... It's me being a chicken fight with that, but can I make the second connector kind of interrupt this one? Sometimes. Don't see how I would do that, though. What's the purpose of this? And why is this one? Why is this even a grid that seemingly can't be unlocked? These do not sync up with each other, which removes some possibilities. What I can do. So what I want to do... I want to do something like this. And then from in here... find a way... Oh... I see. Naruhodo. I see, I see, I see. Now, those are lit up. Now I can, through the power of God and anime, boop it. I can just take that because I don't need it anymore, that's the puzzle. Not fully sure how that's chicken fight. I guess I got way too sidetracked by that name. I'm going to do puzzle 3, and then I'm gonna call it for today's stream. As soon as I find the entrance. That leaves me with, what is it? 5 plus 2, 7 puzzles, 2 statues, and then it's going to be pretty close to post-game, unless there is more to it. But these are all the worlds, so who knows? Right, what do I want to do? I'm probably gonna use this fan in order to... move it over like that. And now that's the problem, because I needed to have hook that up as well. Shoot, I need to get onto that side, so I'm gonna do that. That's the entire puzzle? What? So is the gimmick of this area pushing things around using fans? I did it in puzzle 2, but I can't even recall anymore if it was puzzle 1.
Breathtaking.
If puzzle 1 also used that.
Is. But is it a human scale, or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities.
No.
Town paranoia, isolationism and peasant mentality. Great for burning witches, not so great for personal freedom.
Ever the pessimist?
In the simulation, I found myself thinking how hard it must have been for Alexandra to die without knowing if her sacrifices were worth it. It seemed like a tragic end to an inspiring, meaningful life. But now I realize her whole life must have been a struggle. To maintain that faith in humanity when so many people around her insisted that humans are evil, worthless, when they were so lost in self-hatred that they would call their own species a virus. How did she do it? How did she maintain her faith when they were so determined to hate themselves? So determined to reject every solution, every analysis, every step towards controlling the forces that were causing their problems, when they rejected even the concept of progress itself, and then patted themselves on the back for it as if that was original. When I look at the archives now, all I can see is that their leaders were short-sighted idiots and their intellectuals were unimaginative cowards. All they could offer people was a downward trend. Fewer rights, fewer freedoms, fewer resources for anything that mattered. They must have hated Alexandra and everything she stood for. So how did she have so much faith?
Good question. And that... looks like a lot of people are getting excited about how things are going to change, but all I can say is another repetition of the same mistakes. Ecocide, hubris, self-destruction. Why would anything be different this time? None of these answers are good. And I want to answer that so I can go into the puzzle, save, and then finish the stream. All we can do is give it our best shot. That's a terrible answer. You're right, I'm getting the fear that we're taking the wrong path. No, maybe it won't be. So what? Life goes on, kinda. You have to hope, even if it's not rational. It's not irrational to hope that we can change in a good way. I've already talked about it in a previous stream about it. So yeah, we just need to get it right once. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, day, evening, or whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next stream. So until then, take care.